Internet's a funny thing. It'll tell you anything you want to know. The bitch, or the trick of it is, you have to know what you want to know. And if you don't know what you want to know, or if you don't, you don't know. And that's tricky. That's tricky. So I'm going to title this video probably something like 762 by 39 brass. Keep it as generic as possible. That way as many people find it and don't have the same problems I have had. Alright, that's really kind of my goal, is to help people out that don't even know they need help. I mean, that's the whole point of the internet. Like I said, it's difficult to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you don't know what's out there. Hopefully I'm making sense to somebody. Alright, so this video, we already said what it's about. Let's delve into that. About a year ago, I bought 2,000 rounds off of an individual out of the back of his car at nighttime in a grocery store parking lot. And that sounds kind of sketchy, but I did my due diligence. They were in a crate. He told me they were about 10 years old. And here are some of the boxes right in front of the camera here. You can see there's no water damage. They're just boxes of ammunition. Alright? I believe it's they're from Finland, right? And Lapua has my understanding is a pretty good track record, and people just love to talk about how wonderful it is. But I have a story to the contrary. Alright. So let's take a look. So well, alright, let's pretend we're looking at ammo out of the back of a car. And I don't blame the individual. I blame Lapua. Alright, here we go. So here's a box. And I said, oh, alright, alright, let's make sure the ammo's good, right? I mean, the box looks pretty good. Let's open it up. Alright, here we go. Ooh. I like brass. That's pretty, right? Alright, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. But imagine it's dark. Alright, it's in the dark parking lot. Let's dim the lights a little bit here. Oh yeah, that's about right. Alright, so then I've got my trusty, not to name drop, but I'm a pretty good fan of Surefire. Here we go. Alright, let's do the low setting. Boom! Oh man, look at that brass. Yep, pretty good looking brass. Alright, what was the price? Oh, I don't know what it was, but 33 cents a round or something like that, and no tax, and no shipping fees. Yeah, alright, yeah, I'll buy it. Alright, hand him the money, and away I drive. I'm pretty happy about it. He seems happy. Well, let's turn the light back on and fast forward a couple months. When I finally go to shoot the ammo, I'm having problems. That's weird. So I look at the ammunition, and there's something peculiar about it. And I can already see one in this lineup. This one in particular is standing out. If you look, well, it's changed color. That's odd. Hope that's in focus. What you may not be able to see is that there's actually a crack running down the brass. And in some cases, it actually becomes a Y at the end. And I don't blame the guy. He may not have ever seen this. It's not readily apparent. This one just happens to be facing upright. But can you pick another one out of the batch? I don't see one. But I bet you if I look closely, there might be another. My experience is there's anywhere from 0 to 3 bad cartridges in every 30-round box. And that just blows me the fuck away. I contacted Lapua, and no response. Big surprise, right? Well, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's just take a quick look. Yeah, that one's good. It's good. Yeah. Now, here's the thing, is that when you're buying ammunition, or just in general, I think you just hold around and you go, alright, I mean, I don't know what you do, but me personally, I've always just been like, that's around, there you go. I've never thought to look at the primer and look at the base of the case. I mean, I would assume that the box, if it was undamaged, that the ammunition would be as in original condition, straight from the factory, right? I mean, am I wrong for thinking that? And who looks at every single round except fucking psychopaths in movies? I mean, what am I going to start fucking beating crosses on them? Or etching someone's name on the cartridge? I mean, fuck, I don't look at bullets. I mean, I opened a handful of boxes, and when you shine a bright light on these things, they just light up and you never see a crack because you're just blinded by the light. Alright, and I may not find another one cracked in here, but like I said, they pop up. And I will show you what the after effect is. It produces an unusual bang, and a lot of smoke goes flying at your face and around the gun. And it like seeps out of like every crack and crevice of the gun. You definitely get a lot of blowback. I haven't noticed any of my guns breaking yet. Obviously, it's a mistake when they do get shot because I am looking at every single round. Now, I had planned on reloading this. I had planned on saving it, and now I'm shooting it as fast as I possibly can. I have no intention of saving it. I don't give a crap about it. And, yeah, I wouldn't do this again, and hopefully this video will illustrate for some of you people out there thinking that Lapua is the shit, that maybe it's not, and it gives maybe another angle of approach when you're looking to buy some ammo from a person-to-person type operation. So here are some of the many rounds that came out of the boxes I bought. These are all bad, and it's annoying. Like when you go to load a magazine, who looks at every single round? Oh wait, but you have to. So it really slows the process down. Some of these are fired. Some are just, I extracted the bullet from the cartridge. You can see like a Y there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a Y. That's a crack. Some are a little more obvious. This one looks, yeah, this one's fired, and it was not obvious to me. I think it probably blew out the side. Now, sometimes you get a nice carbon, footprint or whatever you want to call that. Here's a really good example. See how that case split? Now, I don't see how this could be because of the chemical composition of the powder, okay? This is just way too consistent where it happens like every time it's the same, and this has to be a manufacturer's defect. Might be why they did not field my questions or ever even reply to my inquiries, okay? I've had bad ammo before and contacted companies. One comes to mind, Tula, and they gave me my money back and apologized profusely and didn't know what the problem was. Well, Lapua couldn't give a fuck, is my understanding. Sometimes you see like the primer is bad. Now, I think intuitively I would have thought I'm going to look at a primer, right? But many of these, the primer is just fine looking, but there's a crack running down the side. So look, I mean that's hard to spot when you're shining a flashlight. Okay, that looks like just a normal case to me, except it's got a crack running down the side. And you know, maybe I would have looked for something seeping out the neck, or maybe a loose bullet. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I would have looked for that. I would have looked for, is it brass? Is it shiny? Does it look like it's water damaged? You know, has it been beat to shit? Right? None of this is happening here. This is all manufacturer's defect. And I've been meaning to make this video for a while, so I apologize. What really set me off is just today I was inspecting a firearm and I saw this. I don't know if that's going to show up. Oh, shaking the camera. All right. Can you see how there's blue in between the muzzle brakes? That, and also blue inside the muzzle brakes, that's corrosive salt. This is corrosive ammo. Now, I don't know how corrosive it is, but look, I hope that's in focus. It's just blue, 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 blue everywhere, okay? And I've only fired probably 90 rounds through this puppy with this ammunition, and that's happening. Now, you don't really have to worry about it affecting the internals, but you do have to worry about it trying to dissolve, say, like the gas block, and it's going to deposit itself on the end of the piston, and I don't know if you can see that. The piston has some salt on it as well. Now, the piston's really hard, durable material, and the barrel is chrome-lined, but the muzzle brakes and the gas block are not, and it's very possible that they're going to dissolve unless I wash this thing out, and obviously I have every intention of washing it out. It's just, you know, I got this ammo, I bought it, and the bad deal just keeps getting worse and worse. If you look right here, it says non-corrosive. I would think that probably all gunpowder is a little detrimental to a firearm, but this is clearly corrosive. Scale from 1 to 10, couldn't tell you. Maybe it's only a 2 or a 5. Maybe it's not a 10 on the corrosive scale, but it's bullshit. It's a fucking 10 on the bullshit scale, and I hope that this video helps someone when they're doing a person-to-person sale. I don't see why this couldn't happen to a steel case, although the steel is going to be stronger. And you're doing a deal, you got a flashlight on it, or maybe it's during the daytime. I just wouldn't have thought to look at the base of the case unless I was inspecting the primer, and you know, you grab a handful of bullets and you're like, oh man, look at all them primers or whatever, and you just look and it's great, but there's one really horrible round mixed in there and it may not show up at all. So I guess what I'm saying is that if you're going to do a person-to-person deal, maybe rip open a number of boxes and do a more thorough investigation than I did preliminary. All right? Hope this helps somebody out there. Peace.